Guys, my name Muhammad Abubakar Siddiq Saif. My student ID 0061102567. My subject name professional skills for business analysis. Subject code CIS 50302. Assignment 2. Now coming to the table of contents for the subject. Here we have the table of contents for the subject, which I am going through each one by one. Now the task section. Now the task 1, to be design activity diagram. In this activity diagram, the suggested model with the organization is to be used to carry out the business objectives together with the goals via automation process of making calls, recording prospective clients, making an appointment to visit for the each client home to assess the installation have been achieved by the proposed system for the to be model. Now here comes the portfolio diagram for the conscious insulation company, which have the various departments performing the various duties: call center staff, sales system, team leaders, sales representative, and the management, each performing their own duties and organization level. Now the organization change with this section, the old existing model to propose model transition is documented, displaying the clear importance of the system renovation. See, these are the points listed below. The call center should have the access for the data bank of the resident. The access to the call center system should be done remotely. The appointment schedule should be automated. The system should improve the communication via use of notification. ASIS model. Now coming to this section, presently the call center staff have making numerous calls in a day, making appointments. The sales team visit the homes and assess the installation requirements. These are some challenges faced by the ASS model. Encounter engage phone numbers where the clients might be available or not available for the during the availability time for the sales representative. Use a phone script to make an appointment, which is going through the quotation. Now the quotation comes after the sales representative have returned to the office, waiting for at least 24 hours to sign a deal. A lot of documentation paperwork required for the completion of the deal. Sales representative frustrated due to the poor vetting of calls, high costs where the cost of recruiting and training new sales representatives become high, forcing the management to look for the alternatives. Now coming to the 2B model. The 2B process intention are to provide solution to the problem elaborated by ASIS model. The latest technology features will incorporate with the new proposed system so that all manual functions will be automated. Appointment schedule automation. Remotely access system. Since the proposed system will be web based, the just a personal credentials are needed to be accessed. Appointment schedules where the appointments can be scheduling online. Time saving. The sales representative no longer had to go back to the office for to generate the quotation and again going through. Now communication improvement through notification. Call centers staff have been notified to make a call back through the notification. Cost reduction. The system will cut off cost buying the paper of use in the documentation, so that the cost of labor, since the manual tasks are automated to less labor requirement. Screen design. Here comes for the screen design, which consists of user credentials like for name, contact number, address, and email. Assumptions. These the sales representative have the easily access for the client details, and the appointments need to be scheduled and check what have been done and what need to be done, which rather going through the ages for the completion of the deal. Acceptations of criteria. The aim of the acceptation criteria is to define the statement of system values and how the solutions are obtained from user interaction, user flow. This is very helpful to reduce the amount time spent on the development because it comes requirement of the scope with fine details. Now the feed of system, so that the generate appointment sheet. The client details are feed in the system, so that it can have a appropriate time appointment schedule for within. The sign in the sign in, the password policy for the web pages, and the confirmation link for the scheduling of appointment. Now the application architecture. Before the application architecture, here we have the appointment schedule for the appointment schedule confirmation by the level of sales representative, where the sales representative confirm the details of the client by using the credentials and make their appointments according to the availability. Now coming for the application texture, organization framework, which includes the application which provides the solution to respective business needs, is defined by the application architecture through application architecture blueprints belonging to the system which process the data and support the business operations and optimize. This is the application architecture where we have the client, where we have a client section, web server section. They are the two sections which are divided into subparts. The client section, which contains of the browser section where the client login, with the web section, web server section, which consists of presentation layer. The presentation layer is subdivided into UI components and UI process components. Now coming to the business layer, which comes under the which comes under the web server section. The web business layer consists of application cascade, application facade, business window, business workflows, business components, business entities. Now after the business, it comes under the data layer. The data layer consists of data access points, data helpers, utilities, service agents. Now coming for the cross cutting, security, operational management, the communication management. Entity relationship diagram, the ERD diagram. The ERD diagram represents a system that displays a relationship among the objects, concepts, and people within the specific information. The ERD is very critical, which can come to the design creation of database. The sales representative have one-to-many relationship with the order of entity, implying the sales representative can have the one-to-many relationship, and also there exists other relationship between the numerous entity with the ERD. The graph shows the relation. The graph shows the ERD relationship between the ERD relationship between the client, the sales representative, the customers, and the booking for the appointment and the deal which are to be completed or accomplished. Now here comes the final report to the client, which consists of the contact details of the merchant, the company organization, the name of the organization which is going to finalize the deal, which is containing of merchant details, the contact address, and the company names, and the type of contract which he is going to sign. The company which is under the name of Genesis Tech Company. Now here comes, there is a little bit information. There is a information for the company information which I'm going to provide you for this one. The Genesis Tech Company has a good portfolio when it comes to the software development on large scales that incorporate with the existing software application and improve the operation. It has been good reputation when it comes to the effective system design for the government agencies and also the private institution. The project time plan, when it is going, which is estimated to be completed in 2 and 3 weeks, beginning on from the 25th of 4th 2019. Business requirements, incorporation requirements, operational requirements, the technical requirements we are proposed to do go along with these requirements. The proposed system incorporated with the application, also the software in place. The system will operation that's supposed to perform with no errors. Components of system fulfill every performance requirement. Format of response, submission of all responses will be in the PDF format with the document coding and also the documentation of all user requirements, and the mapping during the design of systems are illustrated by using the figures. Evaluation criteria, the evaluation criteria of new proposed system will be done. Make sure they incorporate functional requirements and its user interface easy, simple to learn, and provides a performing task. Vendors, any queries associated with the project are to be raised via fax and text call. Confidentiality statement covers against the privacy failures guaranteed and information collected securely and stored to the maintained confidentiality. Response sections and response date by the mutual agreement we have for, and the response completion, the date is for 5th of May 2019. The shortlisted merchant identification we have been completed by the dates signed, and finally the signing the contract, which is due by 18/6 of 2019. Now, this come for the Scrum organization. Scrum is an agile framework that enables a team development work together. It is usually deployed to manage the projects which are considered to be complex in the ended produce deliverable of good quality. In Scrum development, Scrum model projects through an ordered sprints. In the Scrum development, there are three roles that are product owner, team owner, and the Scrum master. A product owner person with availability, vision, and authority. With the team are responsible for organizing themselves in order to complete the work. Scrum masters plays an important role in facilitator between the product owner and his team. The Scrum Master tasks the removal of anything that prevents the team from meeting the goal requirements. This is achieved by Scrum Master identifying the implement such as ill member of a team member excludes from the project. Now this is a section where I am going to post my video link. These are the references which are quoted, which are done and performed. Finally comes for my the project channel, which consists of my day-to-day activity, every each and every process which I have gone through, and what have the actions to be I have been performing through. The activity which I started from 26 4th of 2019 is research on case and study the topic, then having a literature review for the similar projects, revising the previous documents so that I can grab the idea how can I complete it on time, how the project can be completed on time with all the requirements fulfilled by with all the requirement fulfilling. As the screen designing came up with this has also been complete, comparing a difference between the ASIS model and 2B models, disadvantages of the existing system, and the reason for for the improvement of the models, design of application architecture which has been successfully completed, delivering a report. The report contains of the much information with the best offered through development of methodologies, research on the main differences between the water and agile methods, evaluate the work and then completion of work, going through the work to rectify any errors, and also a compilation which has to be done and successfully completing the project by the given time and successfully meeting the client requirement. Thus here we end our project. Hope you enjoy seeing my video. Thanks a lot for the day.